Hello everybody! I know you're technically not supposed to be sideways in Periscope, but this is what we got. Welcome all of you replay viewers. Thank you for watching. Don't forget that you can still leave us hearts on the rebroadcast as well, and that lets other people know that you enjoyed the content that you saw on here. Today we are going to be starting the 30 Herbs in 30 Days Periscope broadcasting. I'm gonna go ahead and switch camera around so you can see. My name is Sarah Josie, and I am an herbalist and a nutritionist and the owner of Golden Poppy Herbal Apothecary, which is where I am right now. We are located in Fort Collins, Colorado. We have a storefront here, and we also have an online store where you can buy most of the products that we make here in the store, including the ones that I'm probably going to end up talking about today. So for those of you who are just joining us, or me, I guess I should say, there's someone else here in the store. Thank you for checking it out today. This is going to be day one of my 30 Herbs in 30 Days broadcast. I'm going to try and do it around the same time every day. This tends to be a good time of day for us to do these broadcasts in the store. So I'm going to be scoping every day in September on a different medicinal herb. I have a list of herbs that I want to talk about, though of course if you guys have any special requests for herbs to talk about, maybe herbs for fibromyalgia, it's a little trickier than that. I'm going to be going over individual herbs, kind of starting with the basics, because there's a lot of people who just don't even know about what herbs are. So I'm going to be going over individual herbs, but definitely check us out. There are some herbs in here that might still be helpful for you. So for those of you just joining us, again, this is Golden Poppy Herbal Apothecary 30 Herbs in 30 Days. So we had someone just ask, what is an herb? So to clarify, I am not going to be scoping about medicinal or recreational marijuana. We are an herbal apothecary that sells the thousands and thousands of other medicinal herbs that are available for use. If anyone is familiar with Chinese herbal medicine or Ayurveda, there are lots and lots of herbs that have been used traditionally for health for thousands and thousands of years. So that's what we're going to be talking about here today. Definitely make sure to follow at Golden Poppy Herbs so you can get notified when we do this. Milk thistle. Oh yeah, milk thistle. I don't think I put that on the list, but that's a good one. You know, there's so many herbs out there that it was really hard for me to just start with 30, but if people really enjoy this, then I will probably be continuing to scope about a different medicinal herb on a regular basis beyond the 30 days. So, for those of you who are watching right now, definitely give me some hearts. Let me know that you're enjoying what I'm talking about. Feel free to ask questions as we go along. I'll do my best to answer them. Make sure to check out our website, goldenpoppyherbs.com/basics of herbalism, and you can sign up for our newsletter there, and we send you a free ebook on the basics of herbal medicine. So it's going to cover some of the herbs that we talk about here, and it's going to give you a lot more background information on what herbal medicine is, how to use herbal medicine. So that stuff is awesome. So again, the website's goldenpoppyherbs.com/basics of herbalism. You sign up for the newsletter, you would get our free ebook. Okay, so without further ado, the first herb that I'm going to talk to you about for the 30 Herbs in 30 Days is chamomile. So what I have right here, this is our chamomile. And I don't know if stuff shows up backwards. It looks backwards to me. Is the writing frontwards for you guys? I don't know. We'll find out. So chamomile, how many of you who are watching right now have used chamomile before? Just go ahead and say chamomile is great. Or not, if you don't like chamomile. It's fine. You have herbally. Yeah, you were on my scope earlier. Thanks for coming and watching this one too. I'm excited about it. So chamomile is one of the most well-known and commonly used medicinal herbs. Most people, you can see it, perfect. Most people have probably used chamomile and are familiar with chamomile. It's most often used as kind of a bedtime tea, but it's also really, really good for the digestion. So part of what I love, never tried anything. Awesome, Ree. Well, I'm excited you're here then. So part of what I love about chamomile is that overall it is a really safe and effective medicinal herb to get started with. You can grow it really easily in a pot or in the ground. It's a really nice one to kind of get started with because it has so many uses. It's rather safe for everyone, so children, elders. It's one of the ones that's safe for use during pregnancy. And if you're interested in learning more about herbs for pregnancy specifically, definitely check out our website. We have some good books on there on that subject in particular. So chamomile is a really versatile herb. It has a lovely flavor. Most people enjoy chamomile tea. It can be used for digestive issues. So people who have like a nervous stomach or tend to get upset stomachs on a regular basis, chamomile is what we call a bitter, so it has mildly bitter stimulating properties, and the bitter flavor is unless you're allergic to ragweed. Yeah, some people who are allergic to ragweeds can be sensitive to chamomile, but not always. Everybody's really different when it comes to herbs, so testing out an individual herb before buying a whole bunch of it and seeing how you react to that particular herb, always a really good idea. Everybody's so different, so you never know exactly what's going to happen. But so the bitter flavor that chamomile has stimulates your entire digestive tract. So everywhere from the tongue all the way through your small and large intestine, your body has bitter receptors. And those bitter receptors are stimulated when you drink bitter things or eat bitter things. And that bitter receptor stimulates your digestive process to work better. So by drinking bitter tasting teas and eating bitter tasting foods, you're actually improving your digestive system. Now, I say bitter, and most people are really turned off by that, but that's one of the things that's so nice about chamomile is that it's a really gentle and mild flavored bitter. It's not like dandelion, which is really bitter. It's very, very gentle, usually well tolerated by most people. So the other side of chamomile is that it's relaxing for the nervous system. So part of why chamomile is so often found in bedtime teas is because it is gently relaxing to the nervous system. It's not a sedative like some of the stronger herbs that we're going to end up talking about later on in this series, but it can be soothing to the nervous system. So people especially, and children especially, who are kind of like colicky babies, or children who tend to have a hard time falling asleep at night, maybe because they have a lot of digestive issues, chamomile tea is a really wonderful way to help settle both of those issues, the digestive side and the trouble sleeping side. Now, just because chamomile is good for children doesn't mean it's not going to be beneficial for adults as well. It is a gentler herb, which is part of why it's nice to start with, but it's still got very profound effects on our entire system, everything from our nervous system to our digestive system. So drinking a cup of chamomile tea before bed is not only going to help you fall asleep, it's also going to help your body digest the food that you might have had before dinner and all sorts of stuff like that. So if you guys have questions, definitely feel free to type in your questions and whatnot. So I'm going to show you and talk about some of the ways that we use chamomile. So I kind of showed you that before. So this is our bulk chamomile here in the Apothecary. We just sell the bulk chamomile flowers. You can see how lovely and pretty they are. This is where they really need to invent smell-o-vision so you guys can smell how amazing these flowers are. It's fabulous. All of our flowers and all of our herbs are organic or wildcrafted, which means either we or someone that we know went out and harvested those plants from wild areas. So this is an organic chamomile. It's really important to get organic herbs because you are consuming them in larger amounts. You don't want to concentrate chemicals inside your system. So you can just drink the chamomile tea all by itself. Really wonderful way to use it. A couple of the other products that we have it in, so I talked about bitters. So this is the digestive bitters that we make. We call them savoir bitters. Savoir is the French word for to taste, and it also kind of looks like the word savor. So little play on words here, but this is our chamomile flavor. So chamomile is the dominant flavor in this bitter. So if you don't want to do chamomile tea, you can just do some tincture, which is an alcohol extract, a couple of drops of this into some water. These are also really nice in cocktails. Bitters were originally created by herbalists to get people to take them in their alcohol beverages of choice because bitter things don't taste so good, so they figured if they would mask the flavor in whiskey or tequila or gin or what have you, they would drink them. So it's kind of the origin of bitters in cocktails. Interesting story. Okay, so a couple of the products that we make here in the store, we have our tummy tea. So this is tummy tea, you can see here, and this is, you can see some of the herbs that are in this. So this is the tea that we created specifically for people who are having generalized digestive disorders. So anything from gas and bloating to a hard time digesting food. This formula is really created to actually help heal your digestive tract, not only just mask the symptoms or help with the symptoms, but really to actually work on healing the digestive system. So we'll talk about this one a couple of times because several of the other herbs that we really love and that we'll be doing in this series are also in the tummy tea. So that's a really good one. Another tea that we have that we use chamomile in is our beautiful tea. So I'll show you this one right here. So this is beautiful tea. As you can see, some of those in there you guys might recognize. There's rose petals and lavender and chamomile. This tea was originally created simply to just be a really nice tea to drink, but as I'll talk about in a second, also chamomile has been known to be really helpful for healing the skin as well. So not only can you use chamomile topically, but you can also use it internally to help improve your skin overall. So the last product we're going to talk about that we use chamomile in is our Skin Soother Salve. So this is a product that we made specifically to help with eczema and psoriasis-like skin conditions. And what we do for this one is we infuse olive oil with a bunch of different medicinal herbs, including chamomile, and then we add some beeswax so it turns into a little solid balm that you can use on your skin if you have eczema or psoriasis. Now, I'll say this by put a caveat in there specifically for dry eczema. If you have a weeping eczema, you don't want to be using a salve. It's gonna be really irritating. We have a skin soother cream that's better for that kind of scenario. But the chamomile infused into that product is going to be really soothing and anti-inflammatory to the skin topically. So that's part of why chamomile is so wonderful for helping with the digestive tract and the nervous system, is because it's known to be mildly anti-inflammatory. So it can help just kind of calm everything down. All right, you guys, I feel like I just speed spoke through the entire Periscope. Does anyone who's watching live have any questions about chamomile in particular? I know there's some of you who use herbs. Herbally, thanks. Herbally, we're gonna have to connect sometime. I know you said that you're somewhere in Colorado or Denver or something of the sort. All right, well, for those of you who are watching on the replay, thank you for coming and checking this out. Don't forget that you can always leave hearts still. You can share this. I should have said that at the beginning, to share this with your friends, but I forgot. So you can still share this. You can share the replay as well. You can find the replay really easily on our Twitter. We also have a Catch account, so that's catch.me, katch.me/goldenpoppyherb. And that's herb without an S. Twitter and Periscope and whatnot wouldn't let me put the S in there, so it's not entirely consistent all the way across. Oh, you're in Maryland. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, you can watch the replay on catch.me/goldenpoppyherb if you miss it after the 24 hours, and you can share that with your friends. So make sure to go sign up for the newsletter. It's goldenpoppyherbs.com/basics of herbalism to get a free book on some of the herbs that we're going to be talking about in this series and more and in-depth information about this. I'm not a member of the American Herbalist Guild yet. I do qualify, but between running an herb store and seeing clients and developing marketing and doing things like Periscope, I have yet to finish filling out the application. So at some point in time I will. All right, thanks again, you guys, for checking us out, and make sure to subscribe and share next time as well. Yeah, there is the conference here this year, Herbally, and I am going to be going, so if you're going to be here, we should meet up. That would be fun. All right, thanks everybody, and I will hopefully see you again next time.